Hello folks, Pipeman 1861 here. Well, I am sweaty, but I'm home. So I'm happy. Had a fairly long and fairly hot day at work today. Back up to about 90 something or other. And I'm back down now in the relatively cool confines of my workshop. I figured I'd give you all a different viewpoint this time around. See my little pipe shelf there, my clock, pipe rack back there. Tonight I'm smoking my Rice Premier Bakelite. I'm smoking some Sudliff spiced rum. So, what do y'all think of the outro video, huh? It's funny, I said on the video last night that my brother was going to make one. And then, just after I finished making the video, he sent it over. So I think he did an absolutely astounding job. I think it looks really good. Pardon the mess, I haven't cleaned this place in a while. It was looking pretty good there for a couple of weeks. But, oh well. Well, I emailed Captain Kirk about a table for the Indiana Pipe Show. I'm going to try to get some estate pipes restored and maybe sell some up there. He's checking with another one of our members to see if he might be willing to share a table. And if so, I'll be sharing a table because, you know, it helps. And I won't be able to do probably a whole table's worth. I'm looking forward to that. Gonna be fun. Got home tonight, so I'm gonna be bouncing around a little bit there. Got home tonight and went out and gave the chickens fresh water, fed them, and then I finished up digging a little drainage ditch, a little temporary drainage ditch to try to dry our backyard out a little bit. When I dug our the dry well for our sump pump discharge, I was hoping that our heavy clay soil would be absorbent, just absorbent enough to keep up. Not even close. So I'm going to have to run a drainage tile from the dry well to the edge of the property where it slopes off sharply, you know, and allow it to drain off that way. Because our backyard, particularly with all the rain we've had, has kind of turned into a swamp. So that's something I did not last night, but the night before last, and now tonight. So it's already drier, so I'm happy about that. But man, this is not the kind of weather you want to be digging in. It is not. I promise I'm going to get back to the... I'm going to finish that tobacco tasting. I'm sorry I haven't. Sitting down and having enough time to sit down and complete it all in one day is going to be the hard part. And I would like to complete it all in one day, but there we go. And now raccoon barbecue is still tasting pretty good. I like Smarty Bob's comment about thought it tasted like fried raccoon tastes like chicken. I'll have to try that. This happens to be the first raccoon I've ever eaten, so you know what? I'm pleased with it. Of course, you got to realize that even pretty bad meat will taste pretty doggone good if you put enough barbecue sauce on it. But in other news, we were able to get the Chevy Malibu sold. Put it on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I don't know how many of you all have ever tried to sell a vehicle on Facebook Marketplace, or anything for that matter, but it's not enjoyable. Particularly a vehicle. What you're going to get at first is you list it for the fixed price, and it does not matter whether or not you put it at or best OBO or best offer or just prices firm. You're going to get about 75 different messages within the first 3 days, all offering approximately half of what you have it listed for, which I wasn't interested in. I was willing to haggle a little bit, but not that much. And then you also get the messages from people who are quite obviously not from this country, trying to scam you, you know. Had a fellow message me asking me to follow a link he sent to get the car inspected so that he felt comfortable buying it, you know. Well, if I had clicked on that link, I guarantee you some guy in Timbuktu would have had every piece of my information, you know. So I decided to refrain from that. And let me see. Well, then I had several fellas saying, oh, well, I only have this much, and gave me the sob stories, you know. Which I understand. People struggle, okay? I've needed help on occasion in my life. However, whenever you're trying to haggle for a price on something, you do not use that as a bargaining chip. If you say, oh, I'm 16 and I need a car, I have no job, well, that's fine. Find a cheaper car, you know. Or get a job and save up some money, you know. So, anyway. After we got all through those messages, there was a very nice Mexican couple. And they spoke very little English. The strangest transaction I've ever been a part of. At least for a car, you know. They met us down at a little church right up the street from us in the parking lot, and the fellow looked it over, popped the hood, looked everything over, started it up, took it for a quick test drive, and we were using Google Translate to communicate. So he would talk into his phone in Spanish, and I would read it back in English, and then I would speak in English, he would read it back in Spanish. We finally got ourselves understood pretty good, and agreed on a price we were both happy with. And then they went down and got the money out of the ATM machine and met us back there. We signed the title over to them, and everybody was happy. and I gave them my cell phone number just in case they got into trouble. They didn't have an extra license plate to put on it to drive it home. But they said they made it home safe, so I'm glad. And I hope they enjoy that car as much as we have. So, little baby Kia Rio is doing pretty good. We got it detailed, made it look real pretty. It's a nice little car. And we're going to take good care of it. Hopefully it'll last us a good number of years yet. If anybody wants a big old boat anchor of a Ford Expedition, let me know. I'm going to give you a real good deal. Oh man. Selling vehicles is fun. They're real easy to buy, but man, they're hard to unload. But I'm thankful the Chevy sold. I'm thankful it went to somebody who seemed like they would appreciate it. Because a lot of happy memories were made in that car. That was the car I was driving. I just fairly recently got it when I met my wife. Went on our first date in that car. Drove home from our wedding in that car. Well, no. I'm sorry. Well, actually, I can't remember, honestly. I'm going to have to ask my wife. You may have driven her Ford Mustang. I cannot remember that, actually. But we had a lot of fun in that car. It was a good car for us, and I hope it's a good car for the folks who bought it. Well, so we're very thankful for that. I tell you, I am always amazed at how well this little pipe smokes for being made of just, I've shown this quite a few times. It's all Bakelite down here and it has a briar bowl that screws on, kind of like a Falcon. And it just smokes beautiful. But, of course, the Sutcliffe Spice drum smokes beautiful too, so you know. So anyway, I am looking forward to the Indiana Pipe Show. And I'm looking forward to seeing all you folks up there. If you're planning on going to the Indiana Pipe Show, let me know. Said it in the last video, I'll say it again. It is September 20th, Saturday. We're going to have they are going to have the night before a visiting time. Friday evening. I will not be able to make it to that, but I will be at the show, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you there. This is the first Indiana Pipe Show. It's a big deal. I am very excited to be a part of it, albeit a very little part, you know. Well, anyway, folks, I better let you all go. This is Pipe Man 1861 saying goodbye, good luck, may the good Lord take a liking to you. I will see you all again very soon. And if I can find the stupid remote, there it is. And as always, happy smoking. Thank you, folks. Bye now.